We got a 32 Ford Roadster, and what's interesting about this, of course, you know, a lot of times they don't have an original engine, but you got a classic Oldsmobile rocket engine in here, which means it's like a hot rod of the 50s, where you took a 32 and you put a 50s engine in or something like that, and you know, or the early 60s. So that's really authentic. Because, you know, obviously this isn't like the original 32. This has been lowered and all that. But yeah, it's like, it's got not a, you know, just a crate motor Chevy 350. It's got a classic Oldsmobile Rocket 88 motor, man. See that air cleaner up there too? That's nice, man, the way they got this shit set up. Because this is like a typical rodder, not from the 30s, but from like the 60s or something like that, or late 50s. It's nice, man. I like that when you don't just put a Chevy motor in something all the time, you know. Getting sick of the Chevy, unless you got a Chevy, then you put a Chevy motor in. It's a Ford, but that's cool having an Oldsmobile rocket motor in there. A lot of styling in this car, though, man. And this baby blue is sort of like that 50s era color. It should have been like a typical custom rodder from the late 50s. You see, actually back in the day, they had all the custom cars were custom, and then in the 50s they started coming out from the factory, but nobody was buying a brand new car like a 57 Chevy or something like that. You know, people didn't have money, you know, like normal people. They would get like a 32 Ford and they would hop it up. That would be, and do custom stuff to it and lower it. That was your, you know, people like would just be buying brand new freaking car, but that's when they started getting the custom styling in like the mid 50s. It's before that, in the early 50s, everything was really bland. But nobody still, in the mid 50s and early 60s, those are like late model cars. People weren't buying that stuff, man. Like regular people right out of school and stuff like that, or in high school, they're buying cars like this and hopping them up. And here it'd be typical, you put an Oldsmobile engine in. That's nice.